Namaste, this is Monica and I welcome you to today's Yin Yoga practice. Today we are going to work mainly on our hips. We are going to explore double pigeon, pigeon pose, sleeping pigeon pose, different variations of the pigeon pose. I would suggest to grab some cushion, bolster, some pillows and strap also with you in this practice. You can do this practice without the props as well. And if you have been practicing with me, you can directly skip to the session. But if you have not done Yin Yoga before, then please understand that we hold our asana in Yin Yoga for a longer time, 3 to 5 minutes, and which means you will have to really be comfortable with yourself while you're holding into your asana. And that's why we follow some principles. The principle number 1, we find the edge, finding that appropriate depth for ourselves, which is not too comfortable, not too uncomfortable for us, so that we can really hold into our asana for that long. Number 2, once we find the edge, we get into stillness, the stillness of the mind, the stillness of the body. We don't really fiddle, not change, and just focus on the breath, and that is what we do while we are staying in our asana. Number 3, we hold into our asana for the time that we have decided, and trust me, if you find the right edge for yourself, you would be able to hold for that long. Finding the edge can also mean sometimes maybe initially you've pushed yourself too much, then coming back to a lesser, deeper state, lesser, deeper position is also finding the new edge. So finding the new edge can be deeper or lesser. So keeping that in mind, let's explore this practice together and let's meet on the mat. So you can just lie down on your back, keeping my knees bent, knees pointing up. If you want, you can straighten. Arms away from your torso and breathe. We are just going to focus on our breath as we allow our body to relax on the mat. You can notice the heaviness of the body on the mat as you relax. Embracing this moment, embracing everything about this moment. Notice your breath in your nostrils. Noticing the flow in and the flow out. Now watch your chest filling up as you inhale. And watch the contraction in your chest as you exhale. Now notice your breath flowing all the way to your belly, maybe. In all this noticing, in the awareness, we are not trying to change the rhythm of the breath. We are going by the natural rhythm itself. Maybe placing your right palm on your belly and left palm on your chest and feeling this expansion and contraction in your belly and the chest. Slowly, maybe releasing your arms. Straighten your knees if your knees are bent, making a nice and slow, gentle movement in your toes, in your fingers. Maybe move your head from one side to the other. Bring your feet together. Stretch your arms up. Bend your knees, roll over to your right. And slowly come up into your sitting asana. We'll be chanting 1 Om 3 Shantis to begin our session. Join your palms to the heart center. Breathe in. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. As you exhale, you can open your eyes. We are going to begin our practice. Our first pose is going to be square pose, double pigeon, also known as double pigeon. So for that we need one shin parallel to the longer edge of the mat, and then take your right shin, place it over your left one, parallel to each other and parallel to the longer edge of the mat. Over here it is possible that you have too much gap between your knee and the ankle. You can support your knee with the cushion underneath. If you want to support your ankles also with the cushion or the folded napkin, you can do that. And we are going to stay here either in the center, so you can place your palms on the side, maybe drop your head down, or you may want to fold forward. If you feel comfortable, then walk your palms, keeping your arms a little bit away, wider than knee distance apart, and then walk your palms forward and allow your head to sink down. Over here, you can also use the prop. So this I've showed you without the prop. If you want to keep a cushion or the block or bolster in front of you, resting your forearms on the bolster, or maybe resting your head on the bolster. If you're able to go that much deeper into your asana, feel free to do that. So explore different variations. You may also want to keep the bolster upright and rest your forehead on the bolster, hug the bolster like this. So there are different options that you have to explore. Choose whatever prop that you want to use. We are going to work on the right hip deeply, working on the lower back here. Whichever variation that you're choosing, making sure that it is not way too comfortable, at the same time not too uncomfortable for us. Finding the edge, finding the point wherein you're really working. At the same time, you're able to stay here for about 3 to 4 minutes. So let us just move into the silence, into the witnessing, watching all the sensations, watching the breath. Once you find your edge, we move into stillness and connecting with the inner silence. Breathing all the way to all the sensations that you might be feeling right now. Relax the shoulders, relax your jaw. Time and again, you can keep sweeping your awareness to see if you're holding any tension, if you're trying to control. And the moment you realize that, allow yourself to surrender your body weight on the ground.
And with time, you may feel that your body is just sinking down deeper and deeper, which means your body is automatically finding the new edge. It may also happen that you're feeling uncomfortable in the initial edge that you find, which means your body wants to go to a lesser, deeper state that could also be finding the new edge. So don't be worried about going back. And from here, you can press your palms back down, walk your palms back, and we are going to move to pigeon pose from here. So you can keep your right shin, place your palms on the side first, right shin on the mat, then place your palms forward, lift your hips up, slide your left leg back from here, and then take your hips down. If you feel that your right hip needs to be supported with the cushion because you're falling onto the right side, then slide the cushion under your right hip and stay here. Over here, it is possible that your foot is closer to your groin. That's okay. And if you want to go deeper, then maybe taking your foot a little bit away from your groin. Staying here for a few breaths for 2 minutes, next 2 to 3 minutes. So 1 minute we'll stay higher up, and then maybe we'll see we can go deeper by taking the torso down. You can place blocks under your palms if you feel staying higher up is a challenge for you. Supporting the back knee with the cushion is also an option if you feel that knee is getting some kind of strain since we are holding for a long time. And just notice your edge, and one breath at a time. Slowly, if you feel comfortable, maybe taking your forearms down, you may want to place a bolster in front of you to place your forearms on the bolster, or maybe taking your torso fully down, resting your forehead on your crossed arms, whatever feels comfortable to you. And surrender. This practice is all about surrendering to the gravity, surrendering to the process, surrendering to the practice itself. Getting rid of our habit of trying to have control on everything. Reprogramming our mind to be okay with relaxation and to let go of control. And trusting the process. If you find the right edge, you should be comfortable enough to hold for the time that we have decided. And if you want to revisit your edge, feel free to do that. And that's why finding the right edge is very important. We don't want to push ourselves unnecessarily. And let us again press the palms down. Lift yourself back up. Bringing your right hip down and slide your left leg forward. So this time we are going to place the left shin over the right one for double pigeon. Okay, and if you want to support it with the cushion underneath, support, folding forward, holding here for about 3 minutes, and then we will move to the pigeon pose onto the other side. Continue to watch your breath, a great step for your meditation. More you connect with the breath, lesser thoughts that you will have, you'll notice. Some empty space for your mind to relax. Again, you can press your palms down to walk your palms back nice and slow. And we are going to move into the pigeon pose onto the other side. Left shin on the mat. Place both of your palms on the mat. Lift your hips up as you bring your left knee down and slide your right leg back. I'm going to support my knee with the cushion. I'm not comfortable on my right knee that much. And then stay higher up for some time. If you want, support the knee or the hip with the cushion. And then we'll move maybe to a deeper state. Breathe in and breathe out. Notice your pose, notice your breathing, notice the gravity working on your body. And surrender the weight of the torso on your arms. We are not holding up anywhere. Once you find your edge, let go. you feel ready, maybe coming further down on your forearms, or maybe resting your torso fully on the mat. And your head resting over your palms. And in this practice, like finding the edge and letting go is exactly like in life. You take your actions and let go of the control over the results, because results are never in our control. And that's the lesson we can learn from this practice. Until you find your edge, you act, you work towards a pose. Once you find your edge, you allow the pose to work on the results. You don't do anything actively. And it is okay to revisit your decision. It is okay to look back and change your strategy if you found the wrong edge, if you have pushed yourself initially. It is okay to go back. As well as there's also a possibility that you're not realizing your potential. So maybe looking into that. Maybe you're resisting the new edge, which is deeper, which is calling you. And again, press your palms back down. Tuck your back toe. Take your hips back. And for some time, moving into the child pose with arms on the side, keeping your knees together. If you have gap between your hips and your ankles, place a cushion, hands on the side. Just about 5 to 10 breaths here. Relax, bringing the groin muscles back to the original position. Palms back down, press your palms, lift yourself back up and swing your knees forward, moving into caterpillar pose. So for that, you can extend your legs in front of you, keeping your legs together. We are going to fold over our legs. You can place your palms on the side, walk your palms forward, allow your torso to sink forward. You can just stay here or maybe somewhere here in the center. If your lower back is tilting too much, then place a cushion under your hips. Sitting at the edge of the cushion would be the better option. You can use multiple props here without the prop I've just showed you. If you want to use the prop, maybe place a bolster in front of you, resting your chest over the bolster. You can interlace the fingers, hug the bolster, rest your forehead down. You can have a pile of pillows, you can have a pile of cushions, whatever you have around you. Just try different things that work for you. You can also, if you can't go deeper, you can have the bolster upright in the upright position, maybe diagonally, resting your forehead, hug the bolster like this. So this is also great if you want to stay in the center. So choose your variation, finding your edge, and let us go and move into our stillness. Once you find the edge, relax your legs, relax your shoulders, relax your jaw. In Yin Yoga, we allow our spine to round in all of the asanas, so keep that in mind. It is okay to round your spine. And this hold is going to be for about 5 minutes, so just preparing your mind to be still for 5 minutes. Get into your meditative state. Connect back with your breath. If your mind wanders, allow it to wander. And when it comes back, come back to your breath, keeping your breath as your hook. Noticing when you allow your body to surrender, how gravity works on your body, how it brings the body down slowly, inch by inch. Feeling that pull. The more you let go, more it starts working on the body. Your sensations get deeper. And again, press your palms back down. Lift yourself back up. We're going to lie down on our back to move into sleeping pigeon pose. Again, working on the lower back and the hips. So in this also you can have the option of using the bolster, or if you want you can also use the pile of pillows or whatever you have around you, the cushions maybe. So pressing your lower back slightly down, take your right ankle, place it over your left knee and start to lift your left foot off the floor. Hug your under thigh. If you feel this is comfortable enough for you with your arms, great. Otherwise, you can use the belt and wrap the belt around your shin and hold the belt instead. and so that your arms are now nice and relaxed, and pressing that knee closer to your chest. Instead of under thigh, you can also hug your shin. So that is option. And if you feel that hanging this leg for a long time is a challenging, then you can place a bolster under your foot. You can also place a bolster like this. Sometimes that also feels comfortable for many people. So you can have a bolster into upright position diagonally and holding here, resting the foot over the bolster. So choose your variation here, and let us stay here for about 4 minutes each side. Your arms need to be relaxed, so the use of the scarf or the belt would be the best. Today, mostly we have worked on our hip muscles. During the practice, as we hold for this long, especially when you work on your hips, it's possible that you may feel some unwanted emotions coming up, unwanted thoughts coming up, because we are kind of getting into the relaxed state. The subconscious mind can come up, bringing something that is suppressed up on the surface. And our job is to not resist it, face it, experience it, process it as you go by the practice. Exactly how we are watching the discomfort, the pain that is happening when we are holding into the asana. Breathing through them, just processing them, confronting them. You may notice the resistance, watching through the resistance as well. And as you exhale, release. Let's change the side. Left ankle over the right knee. Press your knee towards your chest. And relax and let go. So in this practice, we don't stretch, we don't call stretching we call stressing the tissues. We are stressing our connective tissues, and that's why we call it stressing, because we are just enough stressing. We are not actively pushing, pulling. There is no activity happening once you find the edge. So it's called it stressing your tissues, stressing your connective tissues, working through them, your joints, ligaments. And slowly we are going to release, and we are going to move into legs up the wall. So there are two options. You can do this against the wall as well, or you can do this against without the wall. So first I'll show you without the wall. Keeping your legs up, point 90 degree with your torso. You can stay here, or if you want with the belt, it becomes much easier. Wrap the belt or the scarf around the foot, the mount of your toes, and then holding onto the belt, increase the loop so that your arms can be relaxed on the mat. So we don't want your arms to be stretched out like this. We want to surrender. So just simply holding here, even if your knees are slightly bent, that's okay, because we want to also relax at the same time. If you're doing this against the wall, then you just go against the wall with your knees bent, lie down just on the side of the wall, and then start to walk your feet up and then moving onto the other side. So just rotate yourself, making a perpendicular with your torso and the wall, and just straightening your legs and arms on the side of the torso. So you just have to rotate your torso. That's how you can hold this pose on the wall. So choose your variation, how you want to do it. We'll hold here for about 4 minutes. You may feel a little bit of shivering in the legs if you're doing against without the wall, which is fine. I mean, I'm feeling a little bit of shivering and it's okay. And slowly bring your legs back down. And we are going to move into sleeping butterfly. So you can do this without the prop or with the prop, bringing the sole of your feet together, opening your knees wide, making a diamond shape between your legs, and keeping your torso as it is on the floor. Extend your arms up. Allow your knees to just fall down. If you want, you can also support your knees with the cushion on both sides, just resting your knees on the cushion. Alternatively, if you have the bolster, then maybe keep the bolster, the shorter edge of the bolster, right next to your sacrum. Bring the sole of your feet together and start to lie down on the bolster, vertebrae by vertebrae. Nice and slow. If you want, you can support your head with the cushion, place it over the bolster, and holding here for about 4 to 5 minutes. I like to keep my arms up because it gives more opening in the chest, and you can also try and experience it. If you keep arms on the side and if you keep them up, there's more opening in the chest that you feel. Notice if you're able to surrender, if you let go of all the control. We are so used to having control, the body starts automatically resisting. And when you notice, you realize that, okay, why am I holding up? And then you let go. I mean, I keep doing this all the time, even during the day. And it's funny how our body sometimes becomes stiff for no reason. So, to continue to relax your mind, this is one practice that you can do even throughout the day. Keep noticing and release the tension from the body. If you want to continue to relax in this position itself, feel free to do that, or you can bring your knees back together, extend your legs out. You can keep them together or keep them away from each other. You can continue to lie down on the bolster, or if you want, you can remove the bolster from under your sacrum, under your back. So I would leave that choice to you, how you would like to relax, choosing your variation here. If you want, you can also support your knees with the bolster. And let us just relax. Take your awareness to your toes to relax your toes. Relax your feet. Notice your shin, notice your calf. Connect with your knees, relaxing your knees, relaxing your thighs. Notice your hips. We have worked a lot on our hips today. Feeling the release from the hips, the lightness. Notice the relaxation in your groin, in your lower back, abdomen, chest, upper back, your whole torso. The whole body feels light and heavy at the same time. Heavy on the ground, otherwise light without any tension. Let go of all the tension from your arms, your shoulders, from your neck. Notice your facial muscles. Relax your facial muscles, relax your forehead. Notice the center point between your eyebrows for some time. And move your awareness from the center point to the crown of your head. From the crown of your head, allow your awareness flow down to all the way to your toes. Allow yourself to relax into your being, into your breath. And you can continue in this relaxation for as long as you wish. If you would like to come out, move your toes and fingers, or make whatever movement that your body feels like making. Maybe moving your head from one side to the other, bring your feet together, stretching your body, rotating your wrist, your ankles, bend your knees, roll over to your right, and slowly come up into your sitting posture. Let us take a moment to absorb the practice. I hope you're feeling connected with yourself and relaxed with this practice. If you have any suggestions or anything to say, feel free to leave your comments in the comment section. We'll be sealing this practice with one Om. Join your palms to the heart center. Breathe in. As you exhale, open your eyes. Thank you for joining me in. I hope to see you soon again in some other practice. Until then, bye-bye. Love.